Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how I painted this beautiful lady on a swing. I'm going to try my best to do this step by step for you guys. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll post everything that I'm using, colors, brushes, the canvas, in the description box below. So enjoy the video. Beginning on a 16 by 20 primed canvas, a large blending brush, Dioxazine purple, and ultramarine blue, I'm pulling the brush back and forth diagonally on each side, darkest on the outside, and then I'm going to gradually bring in some white. So picking up white with my brush still dirty, I'm going to start blending it in the center to create softer shades and rays of light. And tapping softly around the edges. Now with the same brush, I'm taking sap green, white, and pulling from the top and the middle diagonal rays of light. I'm drying it off so I can add the next layer. Now with a small flat brush and white, a little bit of water, I'm going to add more rays of light, gradually building them up so that they're really, really bright in the center. Using a large mop brush with sap green, cadmium yellow, light green, and white, I begin adding the tree foliage. So you just want to tap lightly the bottom corner, first with the dark sap green, then I bring it up with the lighter greens for the highlights. They're going to be the brightest on the very bottom. Now if you prefer to use a blending brush for this, you can, or a fan brush works well. So I can just continue tapping, sort of blending the greens together lightly without pulling with the brush. Now back with my little flat brush. Just tapping and pulling little tiny strokes. Bringing in some nice bright highlights on the bottom. Now with purple and sap green and a clean flat brush, I'm going to begin painting the tree. So darkest on the very edge of the right side of the canvas, and then you pull out one long arch across the canvas all the way to the left side. Then I took burnt sienna and a little bit of titanium white and carefully painted inside, leaving the outside the darkest. A little bit of light green, titanium white, mixed with the burnt sienna to start bringing in an even brighter highlight inside the tree. Now if you want to add more detail to the tree trunk, then you can just pull in some little lines and do that, but I don't want to spend too much time detailing the tree. I want the focal point to be the center of the canvas and the painting. So if you go over too much with your highlights, like I did, you can just outline it again with I think I mixed black, Mars black with Dioxazine purple for that. So I just continue to build up the highlights on the bottom foliage and as well in the center, using titanium white and light grass green for this. Very gentle light taps. And I'm going to use what's left in that brush, it'll be a dry brush, to pull in some more of the sun rays. Now I've got just titanium white, and I'm pulling it back and forth carefully where I want it to be the brightest in this very center. This helps to really create a focal point and a center of interest in your painting. I'm going over slightly on that top branch with the sun rays. Now you can add a little bit of neon pink and white for some little flowers down below if you want to. And then I just pull and sweep up to add some of that color into my sun rays. I think it looks really pretty, so I'm going to do it on the other side too. And then soften. I was using a mini fan brush for that. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more green. I'm using a light grass green for this. Excuse me. And then I just bring a little bit more up closer to the tree trunk, and then add some more highlights in the center. This painting really took a lot more time than I thought it was going to. It's all about building up the layers in this to create this really soft, pretty, glowing effect. So you've got to have a lot of patience. Fan brush is a really nice brush to use for foliage, especially if you want the branches to look really delicate. So between each layer of leaves on the tree, I'm building up the layers of the sun rays, so it looks like they're in between those branches as well. And so I just picked up a little bit of neon pink, and I'm using my favorite brand by Luminous by Holbein, Acrylic. And I just tapped, it's just impressionistic style flowers. I'm just tapping little blobs of pink here and there, and going over and redefining that branch again where I need to with a shadow, Mars black and Dioxazine purple again. So I'm going to begin painting the swing now. So it's just 2 straight lines diagonally. I rarely ever draw or sketch anything out. I just go freehand with a paintbrush. But I've been doing this for many years, so I'm quite comfortable with it. And if you're doing this for the first time, you might feel more comfortable just sketching it out lightly first. So after I paint the swing, I'm taking the corner of my flat brush. What I did was I dipped it in a sap green, light grass green, and white. I didn't blend it, and I just tapped it on either side of the swing on the handles to make it look like there's flowers and vines growing up it. So I just put a bit too much of the light green. I need some more shadow in there. And then I'm going to add a few little flowers here and there. And a little bit on the left side again, just a little bit here and there. A little bit of neon yellow and titanium white for the brightest highlight. And then if I mix it, I can make a bit of a peachy color if I blend it with hot pink. Be great for the color of the dress and the skin tone. So I'm starting to work on the basic shape of the dress. There are lots and lots of layers, swirls and ruffles, and so I don't want to get too carried away in trying to get every single one of them. I just want to have an idea of it and do my own thing with it. So I've got the basic shape, and now I'm just gonna do little dabs here and there for her face and her shoulders, and to just give an idea or a suggestion that she's sitting on that swing and holding on to those handles. And I'm tapping in very lightly using the corner of my brush. You can use a liner brush if you want. And I'm using black and purple for that. And now with a clean brush, I've got titanium white with just a little bit of pink and yellow. I'm applying the brightest highlights to her dress. For a little bit of a shadow color, I'm using ultramarine blue, white, and purple, but it's really, really, really light. And I just decided to put a little bit of flowers in her hair at the top in her bun. So in between the highlights and the folds, I'm just dabbing, pulling, and swirling little bits of that shadow color. I think I'll add a few more. Maybe she's wearing a hat. I don't know, I just think it looks really pretty. Then I added a really dark shadow for contrast in between her dress and the foreground using sap green and dioxazine purple. So I'm using a liner brush now, a little bit of pink, purple, and blue, and white, and I'm just tapping. I wish I could zoom in close enough for this, but it's really just little dabs here and there to suggest some eyes, a nose, and her lips. It's so far away that we don't have to worry too much about the detail and everything looking perfect on her face. Just defining the rope on the swing a little bit more and adding a little bit of blush, a bit of rosy cheeks and pink on her lips. Add a few more flowers in her hair. While I had the liner brush, I just decided to add a few more little highlights and branches in the tree using neon yellow, white, and light green. I just decided that I wanted to add a little bit more pink to her dress. I think it looks really pretty and complementary to all the soft greens that we have going on in this painting. And I really just love to add a little bit more color wherever I can. So I just continue to pick away at the highlights and the shadows and add a few more rays behind her on the left side. I'm just about finished the light rays. I just wanted to brighten them up a little bit more. As the acrylic paint dries, it gets darker, so I always go back and add more highlights after. And I'm using light blue violet right there and on the right side. So you can see how we've really built up all the layers, so the painting kind of looks 3D. You do light rays, then branches, then more light rays, then more branches, and so on and so forth. And that's how you create that effect. And then a liner brush with purple and sap green, and I just wanted to add in a few little tiny squiggly branches in there. I'm going to add a little bit more of a shadow and define that again. And I'm just taking watered down sap green and carefully outlining a little bit of the foreground to give it a bit of a separation from the background. And I just thought I would try a pretty little highlight on those branches, but I decided I didn't like that, so I just easily went over with some more of that light blue violet. Almost finished this one. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. See you next time.